I like this. I just saw that the shape of this white is a little different because it looks like my I'm influenced by the white eyebrows. And so I'm going to just ever so slightly change that angle. And I want a little more value because I want a deeper place in there. So it's a good opportunity for me to increase that value a little bit. Not going to the full value by any means, but it'll always look like it's the darkest, one of the darkest places on the drawing. If I treat this right, and I'll start having much more depth within these eyes. When I increase the values all over the rest of it, you know, as they gradually start increasing, I'll start seeing this even pale, even though it looks like it's quite dark. Now we see we have that reflection of that guy in the middle, and actually you could go ahead and structure this the same way you would for an eye if you wanted to be safe. It's real easy to have something that becomes distracting, you know, if you start getting fancy without really clarifying that that's what that is. You don't want to have this little reflection of a person in here in the shiny part of the eye. You don't want that to be misconstrued as the iris. So as long as you can form this so that everybody's clear subconsciously or visually that this is not the pupil, then we're okay. If we can really put home that we're working with a pattern almost here, then it'll work. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of that value because that's one of the brightest places on this drawing. And one of the ways it's going to look like the lightest or whatever it is on this drawing is the contrast. But I need to have enough value in there. This is darker than it is on that side, so I want a brighter light. I don't want to get carried away and start evening out the values of these two because I want this to be a lot stronger. So I'm toning that down a little bit, just feathering it in over that. But anyway, like I was saying, you can drop back to the safe way of doing this and put your pupil in the middle of this overall iris. Because he's looking at it, it's going to be round, unless there's something very odd about him. And then make sure that we are taking this light out of something. The same thing as if I put the pupil in the first place. I like to take my highlight out of it. But as long as there's a clean bite out of it, and I haven't drawn a line around it, I think I'm okay. Now see, I could go bigger, and it'll be perfectly acceptable. I can narrow it down later if I want to, but I'm just trying to show you one of the options to make sure that it still looks like an eye and not some, you know, ant sitting there on his pupil.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video, this excerpt. And if you did, please take the opportunity to subscribe. Then that way you'll know when there's new ones, and I always hope that they're going to be useful for you and give you some good information. And if you want to share it with your friends, I'd appreciate that too. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.